5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tell your phone to stop talking.
Stop.
It did.
Go. Well, okay. Here we are, folks. We are back again on our wonderful podcast for today. You're going to be so excited, okay? So it's not like I'm dictating that you have to be positive, but I already know you will be. So we're going to go ahead and get started and bring you into what we're doing today. And I want you to welcome our special guests on both sides of me. Pastor John over here.
Hey everybody.
Lawrence Wilson over here.
How y'all doing?
And Lady J in the middle.
All right, Lady
Whoa,
J.
what a great advantage point for me. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yay. Well, all right, we're going to get started. Tell you some of the stuff to expect today so that'll make you want to stay to the end. And we're first going to do our very popular Critics Corner.
Yes.
And today we'll be reviewing two movies. One, Sinners, as you know, which is the Oscar-winning one with Michael B. Jordan. And we are reviewing a series called Hijack. And there are several parts to it. And I will tell you which part we love the most. And we'll get some views on that. And the good thing about it is that all of us have not seen or heard any of those movies together.
Not at all.
So what you're going to hear is our genuine opinion about what we know about them.
Exactly.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
And what we think.
And then the next thing we're going to do is going to be to do some shout outs to some people who have been very good supporters of us and our podcast over the period of time. And they're spread all over the United States. We're happy to say that we are going nationwide. Okay.
We are. Okay.
All right. So a few of the people that we're going to be shouting out today are one whose name is Big Joe.
Yay, Big
Yay,
Joe.
Big Joe.
Yeah, Big Joe.
And
Thanks for the compliment.
That's right. And Big Joe gave us like 4 really great points on our major topic today. And we are going to talk about those a little bit, and everybody have their opinions on everything. And the good thing about this combination of people is that we all have our own special opinions about these things.
That's right.
And you're going to hear them all. We're going to leave that up to you to discern whether you actually want to do this or do that. We're never going to leave you boxed in, okay? So another one is a celebrity whose name is Omari. And Omari, thank you so much for your wise and
Omari.
thoughtful
Thank you,
things. We appreciate it. And we're going to share some of your comments in a few minutes as we get to the relationship portion of our show. We also have comments from Pastor Brewer, who is in the state of Mississippi. Yay!
Hey, Mississippi.
And his thoughts were so worthwhile that we're going to do some of them today. And on our next podcast, share some more wisdom with you. Because, of course, this is not a one-show topic.
Right.
It's going to have to go on to empower you to be the person you want to be.
Absolutely.
Right.
And we're not going to try to sway you one way or the other, but we're going to give you some facts to help you decide where that is, right?
Right.
So that's what kind of stuff we're going to be doing. We also have a poet and a scholar who is in Pennsylvania, whose name is Stelios.
Oh.
And we absolutely appreciate him. He's a poet.
Wow.
So you
Stereo.
know, yes.
I think that
Go
was
ahead.
a show on, if I'm not mistaken, that character's name was on Stelios. American Dad.
His name was Stelios? Are you serious?
I'm 100% sure. His
Oh,
name
my
was Stelios.
goodness. Well,
and it
he's-
was hilarious.
Well, his
Anybody
name-
who knows that episode, Stelios, watch it on American Dad.
Yeah, and we're not even reviewing that today. And look at this. You already have an opinion about it. Yay, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Because we are what? salted with
Salted.
facts.
And peppered with opinions.
Yeah, indeed,
Exactly.
indeed, and it is spicy every time you look.
Amen.
Every time.
So, and we are going to absolutely talk about our supporters
Mhm.
and all of the stuff that they provide for us and resources, wisdom, motivation, and inspiration. Okay, because those are the things that we want everybody to choose a child or a person that you want to empower with those qualities. Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to get all into that in just a minute. And right now we're going to transition you right into our favorite Critics Corner.
Yay!
Yay!
It's Critics
Critics
Corner!
Yay!
Criticizing.
You bet. But we're not
For the
just
best.
criticizing.
We're
Lawrence.
critiquing.
We are critiquing.
Yes.
And then we'll criticize.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
I love it. I love it. But we're going to start first with the Oscar winner.
Yes.
And we're going to find out what you guys feel about that. And I think Pastor John is the resident expert on it because neither Lawrence nor I have
Seen Sinners?
yet.
All right.
So we don't know anything about it, just what we've seen on the promos.
Two words. Bloodbath.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is a bloody, gory movie. Be prepared for that. It's great and all of that stuff. It's really, really a good movie. The acting is superb. Special effects are great. The cast is great. But it's very, very gory. So just be warned when you watch it that it's kind of gory. Really gory.
And is that your best opinion about it? Is that it's just gory? I mean, you like the acting?
I
you said.
love the acting.
Okay.
The acting was great because here you have Michael B. Jordan playing two roles, Smoke and Stack. His one brother's name is Smoke, the other one's name is Stack, Smoke Stack.
So
And
basically,
they were twins,
basically they was twins.
Correct.
Okay.
They were twins.
Okay.
And one of them was down the right path, doing everything right. And the other one was a little mischievous, one good son, one bad son kind of thing. So it was really about that and how, without giving too much away in case you haven't seen it, one of them, I'll let you find out, becomes a vampire and has to turns the other one into a vampire. But you have to figure
One brother turns the other one into a vampire?
Yes.
Oh, well. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting twist.
Yeah, it's a very interesting twist, but you got to see because it also has religious undertones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's about, that's why I think it's called Sinners. At the end, they go over the whole thing about black people and white versus white people, kind of, sort of, in using the vampires versus non-vampires.
I see.
You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah,
sounds like it has a few little twists in there.
exactly. It
So
does.
from his description so far, Lawrence, what do you think? Do you think you want to have something to do with that movie? Listen to what's going on and feel like you can feel it a little bit?
I pretty much like the part, about they being twins and one transferring the other, to the vampire. Is that pretty much for the good? That he turned him into the a vampire.
It sounds like it's like an
In no
opposite.
way. It's completely opposite. The
So
whole movie is about-
so the bad vampire gonna turn a good brother into another bad vampire.
Correct.
Yeah, because
Correct.
is it like an alter ego kind of thing? Like he
Yes.
was a really good guy, but deep down inside he wanted to do these evil things.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So he just
I might
brought it
pass.
out.
I might pass on it on certain notes.
What makes you want to pass?
Yeah,
Lawrence?
Well, I don't want to get bit.
Well, look out, chump.
Well,
I think I would have a problem with them being bitten and turning
yeah.
I'll probably check some of it
vampire.
out. Yeah, I'm gonna pull some of it up and check it out.
Well, just
Yeah, I
as an
what it's
say,
about,
do,
yeah.
I say do that because the acting is really good and it's really believable.
Right,
And
and
if you
it
can
makes a
get through the
difference.
gore, it's just the way that they have to kill the vampires and the
Right.
way that the vampires kill humans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay,
You gotta
okay.
well,
just be prepared for
personally,
that. Yeah, what's your take?
my opinion is
Yes.
that I can do without any more vampire pictures because I used to see all of the vampire pictures when I thought my stomach could take it.
Which ones have you seen?
Well, honey,
All
you
of
name
them?
them. You
Oh,
name
Lord.
them. All
Nosferatu,
the Draculas and all the werewolves and everything else. that
Oh,
was
you
going
watched
on.
all.
So
Oh,
I
it's-
was like there with Dracula the whole time. I wanted to bite your neck.
Yeah. The Silver. I like the werewolf movie. Silver Bullet.
You know.
Oh, that love that.
I know everybody probably seen that one.
Yeah, I have seen Silver Bullet.
But Dracula in those older movies always made him sound so sexy saying it that you
Exactly.
almost wanted him to bite your neck.
Exactly. That is so true.
I wouldn't have been one of them because just the thought of what he was going to do didn't sound good to me.
No.
But he did sound sexy. Yeah, I want to bite your neck.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to say, no, you're not.
No, you are not.
You are not going to bite my neck. So you know what it is. I mean, it is what it is. People are attracted to all kind of negative, crazy things, and vampires would be one of them.
And that's why the movie was a huge hit.
Well,
And
what
still
did you
is.
think of the Oscar being given to Michael B. Jordan for Best Actor?
I thought he deserved it. Being able
okay.
to play those twins completely opposite of each other because they were completely two different people.
Wow.
One of them was very, very good and noble and wanted to do the right thing. Wasn't perfect, but you know what I mean.
Well, it was perfect enough for
Perfect
them to
enough.
get the Oscar.
Exactly.
I was about to
And,
say, yeah, you got the Oscar.
and,
you know.
and the other character, he was just the bad seed. But he played them so well, and sometimes together, the work that they did together, they were side by side doing their roles. So just the sheer talent it took to be able to not get confused himself when doing the role, because I'm sure they had a body double standing in who looked like him, but when he watched it on the green screen or whatever, however they do it, it was two of them at an angle, like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Well, we know the camera can do all kinds
all
of tricks.
kinds of tricks.
And then when you have a good subject who can bring that emotion into the movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you know that they've done a great job on both ends.
Correct, absolutely.
And Michael B. Jordan has been a good actor in my mind for a while. And I'm glad he finally got the recognition. So that's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that was a good thing, you know, especially, you know, that coming, you know, from so far, you know, into the movie industry, you know, just became, you know, one of the best Oscar-winning ones for him.
And it took him a long time to get there, but obviously it was worth it because he's still a very young man. So he has many Oscars he could win.
Yeah.
So
Just the
congratulations,
beginning.
Michael, for your
Shout out to Michael B.
Oscar,
Jordan.
yes.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah. So even though
Keep
you
it
know,
moving, man.
even though you didn't need me to personally attend the movie for it to be a success,
Or
I'm
me.
disappointed about that. But hey, we move on, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, we
Yes,
will.
we do.
So we're gonna move on
We're going to move on.
to our next series, which is a movie, but it's a series of movies.
Okay.
And the first one is called, well, the series is called Hijack,
Okay.
Hi, Jack.
and it's several episodes of it.
Okay.
So the one that I fell in love with personally was the first one I saw, which was on an airplane.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, so the
So-
whole series isn't about an
It's not
airplane.
about being on the airplane, no.
No.
It creates a whole lot of different visions in your head so that you know hijack could go on for, you know, years or whatever,
Yeah.
because you can hijack a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Computer
as-
system.
Yeah. And you can also look at some of the old movies, like the one with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, where they hijacked the bus.
Spy.
Yeah, called Speed.
Speed, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
they got a Speed 3 out, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they've done the bus, the train, an airplane, and I guess next it'll be a cruise ship or something. You know, but still, you can apply that same word to so many of them. because
Yeah.
it's possible to do that. And in terms of how you would rate Sinners from 1 to 10.
I would give it a solid 8.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally would give the Hijack series a 10.
Wow.
Good.
I'm gonna tell you why, though. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the acting was just so realistic. I was looking at it and sitting on my seat, just poised and ready for the next thing to happen.
Translation: Idris Elba.
Did you hear what he said? I said the acting. I didn't
acting.
pinpoint any particular
Oh,
actor.
my bad.
Yes. But I mean, of course, he was the star, so
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly ignore that.
All right.
Okay. But his demeanor throughout that movie, and that kind of kept the suspense going,
Mm-hmm.
that if I were in that same situation in real life, and I tend to kind of interject myself into a scene when I see one that I like,
Mm-hmm.
and I really love the calm at which he portrayed in that movie, because it showed, okay, you're hijacking the plane and you got all these people as hostages, blah, 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 but I'm not affected by it that way. I'm looking for a solution.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I love that,
Right.
because I like to find solutions to things myself.
Right.
And when you do, it just gives you this feeling like, I did it, right?
Accomplishment.
Yeah. So throughout the thing, I just sat there and was like, okay,
Something
what are
good
they
will
going to
happen.
do now? And when they went to a commercial at some point, I'm like, I don't even want to wait for the commercial to be over.
Wow.
But I really liked it.
Wow.
And I went on to look at the others too.
So, what is it actually about, though? Just about different scenarios where something is hijacked.
That's what the series is about.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's the name of it, hijack.
Okay. Hijack.
So they hijacked the plane
Mm-hmm.
in the first one that I saw,
Mm-hmm.
and then subway system.
Oh.
Okay. And then, whatever else is happening after that. But the first one, because it is a plane,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's so relevant to what's going on with people hijacking the planes and, doing those things, it's very relevant, I thought.
Right.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a great show.
Well, it was, because you just didn't know what was going to happen next.
And it only got like 8 episodes, so you could easily just binge watch it, everybody.
Well, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I just sat there and just put my fist under my face and just looked.
Mm.
And it had nothing to do with the leading man in the movie. Had something to do with So what's that song say? You ain't nothing but a liar.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so I enjoyed the movie. So for me, it was a 10 because it kept my suspense, and that's very hard to do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's fair.
If they don't have it going from beginning to end,
Then
they
you
will
won't
lose
be
me and I'll be asleep.
Exactly.
But it didn't. It held my attention. So I think that if you want to be on that wild ride, you could do that very easily.
So does he get off like the plane and then another episode he boards like a bus or something and he's got to do something or boards a train and...
Well, let me tell you, because
Okay.
I did see that transition. After the whole plane and everybody is safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all land and get off the plane and everybody's okay. So he had to find a way home, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And he chose just getting on the subway to go where he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it segued from one thing to the
I
other.
love that.
Don't you
Oh,
love
wow.
that? Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going to get on the daggone subway, and then something happens there
Got
that makes
it.
him have to
Right.
deal with it.
Yay!
Okay.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
the subway was hijacked as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so it just blended so well together. I like the way the producers
That
of the
sounds
show did it.
exciting. I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't
action.
connect all the
That's
episodes.
action.
Yeah.
So of it, okay.
Yeah.
But the plane was your best one.
Well, I
You
guess
did that
because
one
it
to
was
10.
my first one. And, and after I saw it, I was like, okay, I want to see what's next now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I did. I just binge watched the whole thing.
Wow.
Okay, right. 'Cause
Yeah.
you gave the first one a 10.
Yeah,
Is
so-
there anyone that you probably didn't like?
Well, just for the sake of somebody over here near me wanting to say that I'm just looking at it for a character, I'm not. Okay.
You're not. Right, she not.
The movie
She
was exciting.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
She like the acting.
I like.
Yeah.
See, there you go. You understand.
Exactly. I do. Of course I do.
Okay. So
Yeah, 'cause there's nothing.
now that we have that
There's
straight,
no reason she should be paying any attention to him anyway.
and I don't.
No, she doesn't.
I don't just single people out.
No,
you
she
know.
don't.
I don't. I get with the action.
Yes.
With how it feels to me personally.
You even like the way the scenery in the backgrounds are.
But see, sometimes, it be in characters, where though they do get all the attention. And I guess,
He's over here being sarcastic. Lauren.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the buttons on the seat and all
Yes.
that. Okay, fine. Then.
All right.
But we have to give credit where it's
Yeah,
due when somebody does a great job, and he did a great job.
Right.
Okay?
Yes. Amen.
So,
Love it.
on that roller coaster ride that I just created for you, Lawrence, what do you think? Would you want to know more about that series at all? Out of 10, how much you think it would give? Just from my very good description.
I will keep it at the 10.
All right.
For the fact that you address some important factors of the series.
Yeah.
That is a consistent hijacking of different
Modes of transportation.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And just kind of see how a lot of it goes and what's going to happen at the end. Like you say, you stick in it to see exactly how it's going to end, how it's going to be saved.
Let me just tell you
Okay.
that if you want to have that experience, I will sacrifice my time to watch it again
Exactly.
with you sitting there.
Okay.
And I can describe everything that's going on in there so much for you
Right.
that you will feel like you're in the movie
In the
yourself.
movie. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's great.
Oh wow.
That's fantastic.
I have a
I
very
know you
vivid
do
imagination.
that. I know.
Right.
I know you do.
I'm imagining myself being a co-pilot, huh?
That's right. We're gonna guide this baby together.
Yes, we are.
Guiding this one on home,
Go
man.
It's
ahead.
all about unity.
So what do you think?
I think that I would be down with this. I want to watch it as soon as possible.
Well, okay. Well, then
I
maybe
do
the
wanna
three of
see
us will get to share it together.
That would be awesome.
We'll get
Yeah.
some popcorn and whatever else you like to eat when you're looking at the movie.
Snickers.
Snickers. We'll get
No,
some Snickers.
sugar free.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free Snickers? Oh, yeah, okay.
We'll have some of that too.
Okay.
We'll get our food on for
Yeah,
that.
we want
day.
y'all to back up off a lot of that sugar now.
That's right. Back up off the sugar and pile up on the alcohol. No, I didn't.
Ah!
I didn't say that. Okay, I didn't. So I think that that's just terrific. Both of you, appreciate you chiming in on both of those movies. And I think with the descriptions that we've provided, that people will
They're
want to
gonna
see some
They're
of
gonna
those
like to
things.
see Sinners.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to watch Sinners, and they're gonna want to watch Hijack.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
are.
yeah, I think so.
So we loved both of those movies.
Yes, we did.
Right.
Last time we hated it, but now we love it.
Well, and I have to clarify that a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Because the last time we were talking about movies, Lawrence, it was Wicked.
Yeah, loved it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm having brain freeze just thinking about it. But no, I wasn't that excited about it. But he loves it. So
Yeah.
as long as he loves it, I love it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yes, it was nice.
Okay.
That's what we reviewed last time, if you recall. And write us and let us know if you saw it and what you think about it.
Yeah,
To LadyJ.online.
absolutely. And we want a little bit more of you to write us and tell
Yes.
us what you think. We're getting a lot of people calling us now.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, why don't you do this, or you should have done it this way, or whatever. And we love those too.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you got, just throw it on us. We can take it.
Yeah.
And if I can't take it, I'm going to duck behind Lawrence.
I'm gonna take it.
and he'll take it.
You take it.
And we're gonna move on with it. You know.
I know that's
We ain't
right.
scared of the comments
We ain't
and the
scared
change.
of the
You know, we
comments.
want
Tell us
we
what
want
you
the
think.
changes. You know, we wanted to do be exactly how you want to look at it.
That's right.
What you want to hear.
We gonna give you.
So give it to us.
That's
you know,
right. We gonna
we
give
got
you
we got
what
something
you
for you
need.
as well.
That's right.
Wow.
When you tell us what you
Tell us
need,
what you need, you want,
Exactly.
our relationship will bloom
Will
and
bloom.
prosper.
and it'll shine bright like a diamond.
But you gotta tell us what you need.
What you need.
And we will do that because another thing that we're just gonna rush right into is gonna be the main topic that we wanted to discuss today, which is relationships. And
Yes.
everybody is in some sort of relationship.
Right.
Yes.
Most of the time, folks think when you say relationship that you're in some sort of romantic relationship.
Oh, we do.
And I
that.
remind them that you can have friendships,
Mm-hmm.
you can have
Girlfriend.
relatives,
Mm-hmm.
you can have all kinds of business relationships,
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of things. But I think that the same rules apply that you do in your romantic relationships for all the others, because that's
true.
how you get some semblance of balance.
That's
Yes. Yes.
And the way I tell people I am is that if I don't like you saying negative things to me in a way that bothers my peace, then I don't like it.
No.
It doesn't matter who said it.
No.
I just don't like it.
Correct.
So you can't say, oh, well, the pastor over here said so-and-so,
Mm-hmm.
and I accepted it, but when Lawrence did it, then I didn't. But I'm not like that. When I don't like it, I don't care who said it.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
And in relationships, you have to determine what it is you're trying to get out of that relationship,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and then know that you have things that you have to do. Now, I put out just a little small request to ask some people to share their opinions with us,
Mm-hmm.
because our topic, as I said, is relationships, but then there's a colon that says, what do
What
you do? Say it.
When you love someone
Mm-hmm.
and they don't love you
Correct.
Correct.
back.
And
All
that-
right, Lauren.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
where people fall off the ship because they
Yes.
don't know what to do when that so-called romantic relationship or any other relationship really, when it falls apart, what do you do? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in the next few minutes, and right now what I want to do is have your patience while I find this song that I want you to hear. And I hope that I have queued it up enough so that we'll be able to find it. And because you really don't want me to sing it.
Let's hear it then.
You really don't want me to sing it. So let's go about it this way. And I had it on my phone and all of a sudden it just disappeared. So while I'm trying to find that, you guys can go ahead and talk about some things on relationships.
Okay.
One of the points that we want to do is I have comments from some of our supporters,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to have some of them read, and we'll tell you who it's from and where they're located. And that means that we have people across the country who are commenting on this subject.
That's right.
So
That's
it's
wonderful.
interesting to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask the pastor to read this one. And this one comes from a person we're calling Paul.
Paul. Mm-hmm.
And Paul is in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to ask the pastor to just read what his thoughts were while I try to gear up this recording again.
Well, he says, I really like the direction you're going with this. It already feels powerful and inspiring. I can see your heart in it, and that makes it even more special to me. You have such a beautiful way of
saying things.
saying things.
And that was the part I left out of that.
Oh, that's all right.
But I know that's what he said
I know
because
that's
I
what he's
paid
gonna say.
attention.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So our next offering for this comes from,
Pastor Lawrence. Is that his name?
no, his
No.
name is What does that say?
Well, look at both of us. Technical difficulties. 1 second.
This is not a technical difficulty. We plan to be disorganized. Even when things don't go right for you, that's what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're just going to move right on to the next one, which is
Omari.
from Omari. And Omari is kind of like my kindred spirit.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer that question before you even ask it. That's who he is. So enough said. That's all that needs to be said. And here are some of his thoughts on the subject. And I think this is the rest of it. That's what that is.
Honestly, if you love someone and they don't love you back the same way, the hardest truth is also the simplest. Love shouldn't feel like you're constantly convincing someone to choose you. You choose you. You can care deeply for someone and still choose yourself enough to walk away. Because staying when you're not fully seen or valued slowly drains you, and the love isn't supposed to feel that way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
yeah.
not. And we're going to have a little bit of discussion on each of these as we move
That's
on.
pretty deep.
But I also want to let you know that I did find the song that I wanted you to
Yes,
hear.
you did.
And I want to play just a little bit of it. I'm not playing the whole thing. This is called What Do You Do?
What do you do when you love somebody?
Come on, Lauren.
What do you do?
You know in your heart
I
that
don't
there's
know.
love ain't. You keep hoping.
For brighter days. Do you?
Yes. By the days.
Or do you just let them go
Your way.
Mm-mm.
Do you think I'll ever find somebody new?
Yes.
Think you ever
Yes.
find somebody new?
Love that.
Yes, you will.
How long will it take before I'm not sad and blue?
And I'm going to stop Little Milton right there.
That's Little Milton, everybody.
That's Little
That's
Milton.
Little Milton. And you know, it's been a while since we've heard anything from him because he's, deceased.
How long ago?
So we don't know that either.
Okay.
But we do know his music is still alive, very much alive. And I love that because it does address a lot of relationship issues. And as we get more into this subject, we're going to talk about all these different things
Right.
and how you need to know when it's time to just let go.
True.
You just heard that in the one from
Yeah.
Omari here.
Yeah.
That's something that we just need to learn how to let go.
Yeah, but that's difficult. Easier said than done.
Well, and so many people say that. But it's easier done than said, actually. And I'll tell you why in a minute.
Please.
When I stop fooling around with my phone. Because what folks don't get, what the song says, what do you do if you love somebody and they don't love you? They're choices.
Yeah.
They're choices.
What's choice number one?
And I don't know if I can rank them accordingly like that.
Okay.
I just know that there are choices. And we're going to give you guys some of those choices so that you can decide which one is number one for you.
All right.
Because understand one thing about relationships is that if you say that you're in a relationship that's bottoming out, you may want to handle it a different way than
That's true.
he would or I would.
Right.
That's why there are so many choices.
Right.
But then you have to make sure that the choice that you make is going to satisfy you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you continue to grind and moan about it, then you might as well just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
I agree with what you said.
You
Just
do?
let it go.
And what do you think, Lawrence? Do you just keep holding on like the man said?
No.
Just walk away?
Well, it's probably the smartest thing to do. Is just to walk away. But that's not how your heart plays with you, I don't think. What do you think, Lawrence?
Well, I think, when it comes to
your scroll.
the mind, the heart and soul,
Mm-hmm.
how love, sometimes conflicts with it all. And, when you're loving somebody hard and they're not loving you, the same. The best thing I believe is to follow the strip that God directed us to follow, and that is to continue to love Him, but with a percentage and a distance.
Well, yeah,
and
and
to
then,
love
and
yourself.
then wait a minute, I gotta stop you right there
Okay.
because I don't agree with the whole "continue to love them" thing because now you're holding on to baggage.
Well, I'm speaking on not physically to be loving them as in their presence but within your heart versus hating them which God don't want us to feel that way towards each other.
But you don't
You
have
feel
to
me?
leave from love and go straight to hate.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, to continue to love
Oh, okay.
with a percentage and a distance.
Yeah, and I think that a distance and just leaving something alone that irritates you is the thing that you need to build into that relationship. You have to understand one thing: when you start a relationship, you're not feeling that deeply, although folks want you to believe that love at first sight is a choice for you. I've never believed in that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe you see somebody and just automatically love them that way.
Oh.
Something had to happen.
Well, I believe it's something that you see, what you're seeing,
What is it
within-
you see at first sight that makes you just fall in love with somebody?
I can't answer for other people. I haven't been there myself, but what they show is that looking deep into each other's eyes and looking at what they see. I guess that's what they loving.
Well, I could be looking into their eyes and just wondering why your eyes bloodshot.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna love the bloodshot eyes, but some people they look at
I
each
could
other.
be a fan of bloodshot
lock-
eyes. You don't know.
Yeah, well, some people kind of lock eyes and things together, and there's something that they see within each other, and I guess this is what they see.
Yeah.
Because they can't see too much through them yet, like you said.
Well,
there have to be something.
And then a lot
But
of
at the
folks
moment,
always
it's just
want
what
you
they
to
see.
believe that it's kind of this epiphany or something. You see somebody and you love them. But
It ain't really love. It's really lust.
no, I stand behind the fact that it is a physical attraction that you have.
Yeah.
Is that you see my eyes and maybe you love my
Right.
gorgeous blue,
Yeah.
brown eyes, and maybe somebody else loves my hair or whatever. But
Yeah,
to me,
but it ain't actually love.
it's yes, it's something external that draws you to that person.
Yeah.
The way they walk, the way they talk, whatever.
It's just some
but
sort of an attraction.
I'm not in love with
Right, it ain't
you.
no in love. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could say that I love the way you walk.
Yeah, right. Some things they love about about that person.
But I don't know you well enough to say
I'm in love.
I'm in love and I want to marry that person. All of that. You jump too quickly
Right.
from one stage to the other.
Well, actually, the saying is love at first sight, not in love at first sight.
Well, and people need to get that distinction very clear.
They do, because right at the beginning they act like they in love. You don't even know this person. What makes you? What happened to make you in love with her?
Exactly, and those
If
are
it's
my
anything that
questions,
you right,
too.
exactly. If anything, you love some things about them or what you see. Like the hair or whatever, or the eyes or whatever. You ain't in love with that person. Man, that's
Exactly, and I wish you would just say that one more time because that is just not the way it works, folks.
No.
Exactly. So therefore, it's what you see. Within a person that give you some sorts of way to say, you love something about them. You're not in love with them at first sight. That's not possible.
Yeah.
It's something about them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna help you. That gonna have you to fall in love with them.
You know it is. So what I want to do right here is ask Pastor John if he would read a portion of a comment made by Pastor Brewer, who is in Mississippi, about this whole subject, and we'd like to hear his views.
All right. Sincere, great morning to you, wonderful person. Where am I starting?
You are starting at where it says sometimes.
Right there. Sometimes the most genuine form of love is letting go, wishing them well from a distance, while choosing yourself. And in doing that, you create space for someone who can love you back fully, honestly, and without hesitation. I like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, oh, well, this person left me either, whatever circumstance, right? But then you have to wipe that away from your heart if that's where you keep it. Create space for a new love,
Right. Right.
I used to love, bell bottoms. Not that I ever did.
Oh.
But if I did, I would love those bell bottoms, but I got to make way for new fashions.
That's right.
Right.
And to me, the relationship is mostly the same thing.
Oh.
I love that person, and that time and that place was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's not perfect anymore.
Yeah, and you don't want to be with that person.
No. But what we tend to do with all these different relationships, if you will, is that we tend to hang on to stuff too long.
Right.
And all 3 or 4 of our guests have already said the same thing. Let it go.
Yeah,
And if it hurts you, you deal with the hurt.
that's true.
Because understand something, that these are humans just like you.
Just like you. They're
So-
imperfect.
They're not going to actually do everything you think they should
No.
do. And they're not going to treat you the way that you want to be treated unless you set some boundaries and know
That's
what
right.
you want.
That's right. And setting boundaries, y'all, let me tell y'all,
Yes.
that is so important.
Yes, it
Each one of us have to set boundaries for our significant other, our partner, or whoever we choose to have any kind of relationship with.
Correct.
And it don't matter what like DJ said at the beginning, no matter what the relationship is.
Right.
All relationships obtains the same respect,
Yes.
listening and understanding.
Yes.
Because listening and understanding is part of the boundaries that you will
You'll have to set some boundaries
acknowledge
there.
with that person.
Yes.
Like when she mentioned that she don't like, a certain thing. By her telling me that, that's my honest respect that I owe to her when it comes to that.
And that's
I
your
wouldn't
cue.
bring what she don't like
Right.
against her or towards her.
Exactly.
And,
that's
and then
not
you have to be
positive.
smart enough to discern what that thing is that somebody's asking you to sacrifice, whether you're willing to give up that part of you. And I will tell you right now, I'm a person who wants to compromise and make things work. But if you just stepping over my boundaries and all I see are what you want, it doesn't work for me.
Right.
So I will give you a good example. If I like tea, say, I like to drink tea. And when I drink tea, I'm sipping it in a way that annoys the crap out of me. As people do, trying to cool it off and stuff, whatever. So you,
Rather than slurping.
yeah, and you'll say to me, well, you know what? That's really annoying.
Mm.
And I go, okay. Now, well, tell me what I do right there.
Well,
How do we fix that?
how we fix that
I
is-
enjoy my tea by blowing in on it and then exhaling and all that stuff. So I'm really enjoying that, and you hate it. So how are we supposed to fix that if both of us are at the same table?
Exactly. I
Well,
was just
the way to
thinking
do it
about
is, like they say, someone have to be the bigger person within the picture, and within ways of communicating. Now, what you can do is maybe stop doing what you like at the moment. Maybe you can change the way that is within that person, or you could, kind of.
Yeah, but then doesn't that become a temporary fix? If I just don't do it for the moment, I've given in to what your requirements were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to look for that compromise. Where's the compromise?
Well, at the moment,
There isn't one.
it is. At the
Wow.
moment, I mean, you cannot be, arrogant or stubborn about it and kind of, not do it. Just at that moment. But that don't mean, you can stop
Doesn't
that
mean you
completely.
lost in the ground. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Right. That don't mean that. Right.
Okay, but suppose I'm one of those people who just feels like I have.
Oh,
Like
well,
I've lost a lot of ground because I stopped sipping my tea just because you don't like it. So do I stop drinking tea?
no,
No.
not at all.
Do I stop slurping my tea?
No,
No.
but that's why it becomes a communication thing between you and that person. I mean, where it is hot, And you know, when it comes to you have to do that. If that other
Okay.
person, you know, if it really bothers them, then they should compromise and do something. Something can be done,
And
they can get up from the table,
That's
you
what-
know,
that's-
and let you enjoy your tea.
yeah.
They could have done.
Now
So-
it's up to you to want them to, you know, if you want them to stay there, but no, don't get up, you know, stay there. Well, if you want them to stay there, then you should stop making that noise with that tea. You have to compromise. You know,
got to compromise.
every word is a meaning, every meaning is a definition. You know what I'm saying? Definitions obtain people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? Of some such kind. You know what I mean?
I love
So you have to do it. You know, compromise is a word.
Yeah.
So who's gonna compromise? If you gonna compromise or you not?
Right.
Actually, I'm just.
It ain't about, you know, what you like, what you want to do, what you hate, what you have to stop doing. Somebody, it have to be some compromise.
Somebody got to
Somebody have
doing
right.
something.
Somebody got to be the bigger person to compromise.
Yeah, 'cause-
that's what it is.
See, I know.
Take advantage of the word and use it in action. Put it in action.
Put some action words in there.
That's right. Action
That's
speaks
what I
louder than
like.
words,
Some
you know?
action. I
Right,
want some
you know?
action to be
Action.
taken. And I think that the way that I compromise in that situation is I would just get up from whatever table we were using at the time and find me another table.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you got what you want, I get what I want.
I don't know. They might be mad because, you know, you still might be loud with it.
I know, right?
You're going to distract them. They're going to turn their head, look at you.
Well, if you follow me, then it's up to you
Right.
to deal with it. That's the only thing I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
say.
Again, it's compromise.
You know, I
You
try
know,
to give
compromise.
we all
I try
have to
give you a
compromise
little
with each other.
space, but you
Mhm.
gotta work with me here.
Yeah,
Yes.
right, exactly. You know, and it's all about, you know, everything, you know what I'm saying, is about, you know, to me, is about compromising the unity. But when it comes to, like I say, listening, you know, understanding, you know, one another, you know, it's important. And, you know, in the relationship.
Yeah.
So I mentioned, you know, respect, listening and learning, and loyalty.
Yeah.
You know, within y'all relationships.
Absolutely.
You know, that is so important to let that other person know that they have no worries. Give them that security that they asking for. It's really, when it comes to a woman, that's all she asking for, is to be honest with her and to not to do the things that she know you probably can be able and capable of doing.
And what's so wonderful about what Lawrence has
Hey,
said
that's
here
Nice comment.
is that Lawrence has already mentioned some of the things that Big Joe from Oklahoma, hey Big Joe,
Hey, Big
Big
Joe.
Joe,
mentioned
man,
to
you on the
us
same
as some-
path.
Yeah, indeed you are. So we're all kind of on this same journey, and that's why I wanted to do a podcast like this, because that way we can help each other understand. Pastor John and I did a podcast some time ago that dealt with the 10 Commandments. And it's amazing how people misinterpret what those commandments are. They either misinterpret it or they don't understand
They don't
how
understand.
deep they really
Right.
are.
Right.
And I think that's what happens with people, is that we don't understand. And one of the things that Big Joe mentioned was listen with understanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that's the same phrase as when I said listening, you know, and understanding.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. You and Joe kind of on the same path
Yeah.
with these different things, because if you're listening to somebody, you're not just sitting there for the sake of hearing their voice roar.
Mm-hmm.
You want to understand
You
what
want to
bothers
understand.
them.
Yes, that's so important, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yes.
Say that again.
You want to listen and understand what it is they're talking about.
What it is,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Because men will always say, well, I don't know what she's talking about.
Uh-huh.
And the woman says he doesn't care because he doesn't listen to me.
He don't listen to me. You see that?
So
you hear
how
that?
easily can you turn that around by you guys just sitting together, listening
Mm-hmm.
to each other, trying to understand that person's point of view?
Perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
If
Yes.
you
That's what it
do,
should be done.
if you do, then that whole compromise situation, it comes into play,
They
because
come together.
now you feel more connected.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you want to, okay, then
Yes.
honey, we're going to do this or that.
Right, together.
Instead of wanting
Together,
to, you know,
right.
just pull all of his skin off of his face.
Mm-hmm. And then therefore, you know, one, you know what I'm saying, you have one that pretty much, you know, don't choose to want to understand,
Right.
and listen and things, and you know, y'all have to know that's a divider within your relationship.
It is.
It separates, y'all understanding.
Absolutely.
Y'all want to be on the same page sometimes. Y'all might not agree, with everything, but it's a
But
way
isn't
to
it
understand.
okay to just disagree sometimes?
Yes, it is. Of
But
course it is.
because you disagree, does
It
it have
is.
to be done at 10 decibels?
No,
Couldn't we
it does
do it at
not.
4 or
You could do
5?
it with whisper level.
Yes.
It can be on the positive level because all of it is about unity, doing things together.
Yeah.
That is so powerful, especially when you have a significant other.
Yeah.
It's no way that you can get around that. It's no way that y'all should, start from a simple conversation
And have it coming
to a
Yeah.
full blown fight.
And
Come,
one
people,
of the other
that is terrible
It is terrible.
in this world.
one of the other points that Big Joe brought up was that you kind of do this thing to your partner daily. You try to understand.
That takes
You try to be there for them.
right.
You try to protect. You try to admire. All of these things. You can just do that daily. It costs no money.
That's true.
And it costs very little time and energy. If you do that, then all those arguments that you're having about whether you ought to have steak or hot dogs, those things can be resolved by just having both.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, a good example of compromise was between my mom and dad.
Okay.
My dad was like a, Davy Crockett or somebody. He wanted to get all the stuff out of the woods. My mother wasn't that kind. So she wanted to cook stuff that she got out of the grocery store. And then we would be in the kitchen going, ooh, I don't want any of that. That doesn't smell good. I'm not going to eat it, blah, blah, blah. My father's point of view was, whatever your mother cooks, that's what you're going to eat. And my mother's point of view was, I'm going to fix them something else. Because she wanted us to be
To be
satisfied.
happy. Yes.
Because she knew that all that stuff that all of them cooked would be left on the stove and kids would be walking around chewing on popcorn or something.
That's right.
She didn't want that, so she would compromise with us and get something else that we could eat.
Right.
And of course, he thought that was just the worst possible thing to happen. But we proved him wrong. Because the other thing that she fixed for us, we really liked and we enjoyed it. So I tell people all the time, just because you disagree with somebody doesn't mean it has to be an argument.
Or conflict.
None.
That's so unnecessary.
Indeed.
And people, you have to learn to have, a mild attitude when you first approach any situation or anyone
And
about
that's it.
anything.
That's it. That's
That is so important.
the attitude that you bring
The
to that
attitude
party.
and things that you bring, the animosity, the anger or whatever, because it's a situational issue. Look, people, that is just so ratchet when it comes from women, when it comes from men.
Wow.
Your face all frowned up and everything. You got all them lines in your face when you approach somebody about something. That's not how you get what you want out of them. You want them to listen to you, to understand you, and to feel what you feel, and to make some sorts of difference.
And one of the things,
Addressing things to them in that type of manner, that don't work. You can't get that way.
it's not effective. That's for
Right.
sure.
That's right. Tell
And
them
just-
again. You heard what she said? Tell them again.
That it's not effective.
Which means it's not going to work
It's not going to work.
at all.
Gonna work.
There's no place for it.
Nope.
It ain't.
Because folks look for me to yell and scream about stuff, and I just don't do that. I state what I feel is the fact as far as I know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to argue with you beyond that. Because I tell them, just like people say, everybody has one.
Oh, Lord.
An
Yeah.
opinion,
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So when she addressed her
All
opinion,
right.
when she addressed her opinion,
When
her opinion is
everybody has
addressed,
an
you
opinion.
still can address yours. It's okay.
Plenty room
She
for
entitled.
that,
That's right. She entitled to hers. She had room for it. No, they had room for yours.
Yeah.
But keep it at a minimum. Keep it mild.
That's true.
Keep it positive and professional.
Yes,
All right.
and make it work for you.
Exactly.
Work for it.
Because when we're talking about things, we don't always agree.
No, we don't.
But
No,
we
we don't.
talk about the solution to that disagreement.
Right.
So
Right.
if he says that we ought to have capital letters on all of the pages,
Right.
and I may disagree with that,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
there's a compromise in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
You have
somewhere.
to look for it,
Mm-hmm.
find it.
Find
Make
it.
it work.
There you go. There you go.
You
Find
know,
it.
Find it. It's not. It's
Because it's
worth
there.
it.
It's there.
It's worth it.
And it is worth it, yes. And what it does, why it's worth it? Because it keeps y'all together.
Right.
And what together is unity.
Yes.
That's so powerful. I promise y'all.
Yes.
Man, I got some unity stories that y'all never heard. That y'all never heard.
Well-
You know of why it's so much of a difference in the United States.
Oh boy. Well, we'll have that one for another
Yes.
conversation
I
because
can't wait.
mixing
you know what I'm saying? For that
unity-
never time. I'm
mixing
telling you.
unity and relationships is already powerful by itself.
Yes, it is.
So if
yes,
we
it
start
is.
talking about unity, this will not be a podcast. It will be a whole 24-hour cast.
We're just gonna have you come back and be on another.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, I'm not ready to dress it now.
well,
you know,
we-
we on the relationship. You know, just on
We
a certain
already
matters.
have a relationship right here, and we're about to make it grow even more because Lawrence always has some very poignant
poignant,
and salient
powerful.
ideas and comments about stuff. And many of our viewers think that he's just doing a fantastic job.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that.
We want to keep on bringing back the people whose opinions matter to everybody.
Yes, because
That's
all
right.
y'all opinions and ideas and things matter.
Matter
Like
to
she said,
us.
keep it coming.
Yeah.
And even if it's something you feel as though we don't like, whether you care we like it or not, bring it. We can take it.
Yeah.
You know, bring
And
it to
just-
her first.
Just to,
Know what I'm saying?
just
She
to
can't
give you
handle
an idea of
Right.
how we accept these comments
Mm-hmm.
is I was on TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I was making these very great points about something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they listen to what I said? Somebody wrote a comment, lady, you ought to comb your hair or something.
What?
And that was totally irrelevant to anything I had to do. I wasn't talking about anybody's hair. Okay. But that's all they heard. That's all they saw.
But
So was it a video? That was
It was a
all?
video.
Huh?
And in the video, they thought, well, my hair wasn't exactly in place, as it might not be right now. But the thing is with me, you just take me the way I am, or just don't take me. I'll get a cab.
And we ain't no here, for nobody care about our hair nowhere, I guess, right? Oh,
No.
I will get
So, you know we don't care.
Right.
So,
you know?
no, I told them, I said, okay, well, they want to talk about my hair. I said, how should I feel about that?
Mm-hmm.
And then my other self said, do you really care? No. I got my point across. People wanted to follow me because of some of the things I said. So that one person wouldn't be able to focus if I told them there was a tsunami coming.
Right.
They focus on the fact that they need to get a bathing suit.
Correct.
Totally irrelevant to the
Totally
problem.
irrelevant.
So when you get to that point, of course, you're going to be one that's not going to last in a relationship. Because how long would you want to listen to somebody who's not even logical?
Not long.
How long? Probably not at all.
Not at all.
So the point that we're trying to make in these, and I think we have one other point that Lawrence and I were talking about a little earlier, which is the role that men and women play in relationships. And how you can't really expect my role to be the same as
The
your
same
role.
as yours.
Because we were put on the earth for two different purposes.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we were having a problem with earlier, Lawrence, is that we were talking about the fact that reproduction comes into the play with relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's opinion about that, the female version and then the male version, and how the men take reproduction as just a matter to go satisfy their sexual desires.
Mm.
If reproduction is a result of that unity,
Then so be it.
then so be it. They get up, walk away. Women take it as, oh, he loves me. So now, we've had this relationship. So I'm just going to do whatever he says. And not pay attention that you need to protect yourself. And not only that, you have another person coming from your person who needs to be protected by you as a mother.
Amen. That's
But so many women choose the man over the baby.
Most times they do for some reason.
And Lawrence was very adamant about his opinion on that subject. And I am very adamant about the position that men take, which is very lackadaisical. We understand that accidents happen and that you decide together that you want that child. And the one thing that I'm always hammering down everybody's throat is empowering that child. How are you going to empower them when by your actions you're showing them what your weaknesses are?
Exactly. And you running off on them.
Yes.
You walking out their life.
Yes.
That's not right.
And then you want to give them to somebody else. And women don't take responsibility of knowing that I'm a mother. That's a title
Right.
that I want somebody to call me any day.
Right.
But I do ask you to stop at the mother.
Right.
You don't need to add any suffixes to it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you aggravate me long enough, I imagine I can give you some
give
new
us
words
some.
to call. But I always believe that a female, and that's in any species, should carry herself a different way than just allowing herself to be a victim.
Yeah.
Yes.
And men look at women as prey. They see you as a baked chicken running down the street because you don't have, the proper clothing on to be jogging. So they will pluck you like a chicken. And I just will leave that where it is. Because you have to understand something. You put yourself in a certain position. If you act like a horse, they'll ride you like one.
You're right.
Barebacked.
Very back. Oh, Lord.
And I'm gonna tell you something. What that addresses this here. You women sometimes, have the fashion and the design, of your person of your preference. But at least the man with a personality of yourself, and men somehow can know the women that they can approach in a certain way, and that is by
Just by the clothes you wear.
and that's by your appearance.
Yes.
And let me give you an example.
Yes.
If I choose to want some sorts of a certain type of woman or so, let's say I want a professional woman, okay? Then I will go for that professional appearance. I would not I would not, go to.
Why would you accept anything less? And I'm sure that's what you're getting to.
Well,
You want a professional woman, so why are you accepting something less?
well, that is gonna be part of it. But as far as the appearance, if it was a woman, that was, had shorts on and things, and was showing her cheeks and all, that would not be a woman I choose.
Right.
Now I want that specific type of woman.
Right.
If I were to want that type of woman, I would not go to a professional woman, and think that I can, get her number, when, she's not, that type of woman that you want. So men know how, to see, and they will see certain women, that they know that they can approach.
Sure they do.
And women
That's
that
why
they
they
know they cannot approach. See, he know himself by his standards what type of woman, that he probably can get.
Right.
See, if he, however way he is, he see how you is or so, if you the one, with the cheeks out and all, he'll come talk to you, try to get your number. You know why? Because he know that professional woman, that's looking very professional and all of that, driving her nice car. He know better not to go to her. Tell me something, hey girl,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I talk to you for a minute? He know not to do that.
Right.
Because he know,
She's not gonna
she's
accept
not
it.
going to accept that.
And that kind of leads me to this part, which is the boundaries. And let's just talk a little bit about that. Because I don't think people understand what that is.
Okay.
I think they kind of think boundaries are, when I go out to a state and the boundaries that surround that land or something. But that isn't it. So let's talk about what boundaries are in your personal life. Pastor John, tell us what you think.
Boundaries are things that you set that no one is able to cross. Like if you have a conviction, strong convictions or moral more strong moral fiber, or just you don't want things done a certain way to you, pet peeves and stuff, then you set those boundaries.
Set those boundaries.
Yes.
Well, let me give you an example. The example is, when it comes to a woman, y'all have to set these boundaries for these men, vice versa.
Yes.
Men have to set boundaries, for women. What that means is, let me use myself for an example, and someone else. Okay, my boundaries that I set is to let you know I don't like to conflict with a bunch of arguing. Arguing and fussing, all loud, in public, all loud around the kids, all loud to quiet spaces and things. I believe, we should, talk with a mild attitude with each other, to each other,
Amen.
about each other.
Yes.
Not being all out in public and being all rat and all that type of stuff. That's the boundary that I'm setting, letting you know.
Right.
As a man, I don't like that. So when you do that, and I have an issue with it and things, and I address it to you again, baby, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. I'm talking to you, with a mild attitude, and you hollering and screaming at me.
And they did it to you this time, and you told them that you don't like it.
And I
So
let
what
you know.
do you do when that happens again?
Well, what you do is you address again, your boundaries. You let them know. So, baby, we had discussion about, that's one of my boundaries that I don't like. Can you not do that? At least try to see if that works. Just try something and see how it turn out.
That's your second time. So how many more times you gonna let her do it?
Well, how many more times? Not too many. It depends. Maybe sometime. If that's just the way they are, and she's giving that to me, like, that I gotta accept that or reject it,
Right.
then that's my choice. That is my choice.
And what you gonna choose?
And I'm choosing not to deal with that.
So you reject it.
So I reject it.
That's his boundary, folks.
That's my boundary.
That's his boundary. He will accept her negative behavior a second time. With the proper warning the first time. Told her the second time. Now she want to do it again. So now he's saying, that's it. Okay? So what do you do with a boundary? Do you have a boundary that you've set that you don't want anybody to cross? Or are you just boundary free?
No, I'm not boundary free. I'm just trying to think of a good boundary that I've set. Maybe don't, ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. And while he's pondering that, I'm going to tell you what mine are.
Yeah.
I got a list of them.
Yeah, me too. But go ahead.
See, the thing is, I've been with all kinds of women in social situations. Women think that because they are a woman, that they have to show everything like you were talking about. They have to show every aspect of their body to everybody in the world.
You don't, ladies.
And then they have to be loud. Oh, girl, you know what I said? I was... Okay, they have to do that. And then they can't stand it if one person gets more attention than they do. They don't understand that part. So I explained to the females that I've been in social situations with that I'm not doing that.
Right. You don't like that.
No.
So you have to be around it.
Well, come on now, we could go do that. I said, what did I just say? I said, I'm not doing that. And now, I become the worst pencil in the box.
Because you set boundaries.
Because I said, that's
said
my
boundaries.
boundary.
So therefore, y'all gotta learn to accept people boundaries if they give them to you. I understand. Now I guess you free with it. You know what I'm saying? With giving with being the way you want to be. If a person don't set boundaries, what I'm saying, for you. But that's how relationships, become so conflicted.
That's how they become ex-relationships.
Exactly. And that's how the X, that's where the X come from. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that right there, none of that,
It's
what I'm saying, was spoken on.
Yeah.
Being respectful, listening and learning. I
and
mean,
see,
listening
they-
and understanding and being loyal, to each other, and setting boundaries.
But see, we're always so willing to change what
change.
we are for somebody else.
That's true. We are.
Another example of a boundary. I'm at work with a bunch of women. All those women want to go clutter up somewhere and look at a soap opera. Those are not things I like to do. So during lunchtime, I would just go get a book, or I'd have some crossword puzzles that I was doing, and I would just sit at a table by myself. So the leader of the pack comes over and says, Janice, why you being all antisocial? We're over here. We're going to be looking at the days of my socks drops or whatever they look at. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. No, I said, no, that's okay. Thanks for the invitation. Well, why you want to be antisocial? I said, let me just explain one thing to you. What antisocial means to you is that I'm sitting over here doing what I like to do, and you're over there doing what you like to do. So I consider antisocial meaning you're not doing what I want to do.
Right.
Ask me if I had to have that discussion with them again. No, I did
You
not.
never had to have that again.
No, because I tell them exactly where I stand.
And that means she set her
That's
boundaries.
it. I set the boundary. That's as far as I'm going.
She don't
I
have
do
to
that?
conflict no argument.
No,
Didn't
didn't have to raise my voice.
and raise her voice.
I just told her this is where
she
I
just
am.
let her know. Let her know where she's staying.
Right.
And she is respected from that. From the rest of the people from that point on. They won't think she's just being antisocial and she don't like them or she don't care for them. No, they ain't gonna look at it that way.
Exactly.
They accept the fact that that's her boundary. That's it. That's what it is. She
And
like to look at
because it
read
is-
her puzzle books and everything.
And everything else.
Yeah.
And just like right now, we have a boundary because now we know that it really is time for us to end this discussion.
That's right.
So there's no further discussion about it. We're just going to end it and tell you that in order for you to know more about this is not the last time we're going to discuss
No,
it.
it's not.
And it's not the last words you're going to hear about it because
No.
in order for you to empower yourself, the one thing that we'll be talking about on our next podcast is understanding and appreciating myself.
Myself. Amen.
Once I know that, I know what my boundaries are. I know what flavor of ice cream I want to eat or what milkshake I want to choose. So if I know those things, when you suggest that I have a chocolate one instead of a strawberry one,
And then it don't come out right.
I'm going to say, no, thank you. I ordered strawberry. And they'll say, well, don't you want this? I said, no. What did I order? Strawberry.
Strawberry.
So
All right.
as with all discussions of this type, and I think that I've had a wonderful time today.
Good.
I want to just thank all of our supporters who have chimed in on what we're trying to do. We have our poet and scholar in Stelios. Am I saying it right?
Yes, you are.
We've got Omari, who is out there being my kindred spirit. And trust me, I trust a lot of things that he says because he's wise. And he doesn't play games,
No, it doesn't.
at least not admittedly. I don't know his private life, so I
Right.
wouldn't know.
We don't know.
But whatever he plays, that's his thing. It's not everybody's. And we appreciate Big Joe for his 4 points. And you see, we tried to give it some respect today in this podcast. But it doesn't mean this
Thank
is
you,
the
Big
last
Joe.
conversation we're going to have.
Nope.
Because apparently you and Lawrence here have a spirit that's working together because those are the same things he mentioned.
Wow.
And that means that if more than one man in your life, women, can tell you these things, what's the other thing he said? Listen.
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 Pay
Take it
attention.
in heed.
Understand it. And then you don't have those questions later.
Amen.
Utilize it, to the best of your knowledge.
And thank you, Pastor Brewer. We appreciate all of your wonderful, insightful comments.
Thank you, Pastor Brewer.
And we appreciate everybody else who contributed to this today.
Appreciate your comment.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lawrence, we know we're always going to appreciate you and your insight.
I appreciate you all too. Thank you so much.
And you'll be back as often as we come back, aren't you?
Most definitely.
No.
All right.
And Pastor John, you know that you are my partner in divine.
Divine.
So we are just always going to go forward and make things happen. And we do that even when we're not feeling up to it because we have a
We have a
responsibility.
responsibility to our public, and we love you.
And we are going to be talking about, as I said, understanding and appreciating each other
Yeah.
and ourselves in particular. That's the first rung of the ladder. And then we are going to be talking about in our next one, empowerment conferences that we're going to have.
Very
And
good.
one of the first ones will be in June. So next month we'll talk a little more about that.
Awesome.
And we have a bunch of kids already signed up
Yes,
to
we
come.
do.
Bunch of their parents and friends. And we've got great speakers and
Yes.
wonderful support from that as well.
Yes.
And we want to introduce you to, if you don't know already, Jamal Roberts, who is the winner of American Idol for 2025.
2025. That's right.
And we want to just give him a round of applause because of the way that he's carrying his celebrityism. He is going out and trying to empower folks, and particularly our kids. And you know that's where
Very.
my heart is.
Appreciate the talent, brother.
Yes.
Keep it going, man.
And he
Keep your
has a
head
new
up and
song.
continue to move forward no matter what.
That's
That's what
right.
his song is called.
And
too.
his song is called Head Up. It's a new song.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fits into what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever possible, I'm going to promote it because it absolutely makes sense that you keep your head up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're
That's
talking
right.
about
You know,
here, are we not?
That's part of my motivational. Keep your
Okay.
head up and move
No
forward.
matter what other people say,
Mhm.
Keep your head up.
keep your head
Keep
up.
your head up.
Yes.
That's right. And
Okay.
move forward.
All right.
Correct. And we'll deal with a little more of that next time we're here. So for now, Pastor John, any last words you want to say? No,
I just want to
not
say
last words, but just some words.
just some word. Just thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon next month.
All right. Cheer.
All right.
How about you,
Right.
Lawrence?
Well, I pretty much want to say to all of y'all, to realize, our purpose and our preference, of any subject, that we attain to, speak on. It's all about, our unity with each other.
Yes.
You will hear me, use that, so much that I just can't get it, put it past me.
All right.
Because I me myself, I realize I have not been born here by myself.
Oh no, that would
And
be.
you have not been born here by yourself.
That
We have
would-
been born here together, to be together, to do things together.
And don't you?
Hey,
You don't need to say any more about that.
Thank you.
And
brother.
what we have right here is unity.
Unity.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
those hands.
Yes.
This is unity right here.
Y'all see?
UNITY.
Okay.
Together.
So
Together.
with this
Unity.
we go-
United.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Go
everybody.
for it. We'll see you next time. Bring your smarts with you and also bring some suggestions.
All right.
We want to be able to mention you next time. As you say, do it the Lady J way.
Yes.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Love you all.